Hey Dot, any chance I can get my workspace back today? Take that as a no. Hello everyone. I know that this video is late again, but this time I have a more relevant reason. So I needed fake leaves for my project and I went everywhere. I went to the Dollar Tree, I went to Dollar General, I went to Family Dollar, I even went to Michael's and Target and Walmart, and I couldn't find fake leaves anywhere. What has this world come to? And I figured I'd keep the hunt going until I found them, because the video was already late anyway, so I figured, what the heck, it won't hurt, I guess. So, yeah, I couldn't find the leaves, so I just settled on felt pumpkins, which they had to do. I didn't have an option. Anyway, this week's project will be a felt garland. So I'm just beginning by writing all of the letters onto some fall-colored felt and then cutting them out. Here I'm doing the letter T, as you can T. Puns. Honestly, I think one of the reasons I don't enjoy cutting things out from felt over and over again is because it's a bit tedious. And now here I am, going on to the letter H. And because of how much I just loathe this activity, I was starting to get a headache. No, I will not stop. And next is the letter A. The letter A was probably the most difficult, but I knew at the end it would be A-okay. I will say that cutting the hole out of the A hole was difficult. Get your minds out of the gutter. Alright, I lied. The most difficult letter in this was the letter N. Because I can't draw letters backwards or write letters backwards or whatever. I can't do anything backwards. I actually have to think about it. But I knew that if I could do this, I could do anything. This is why I don't have friends. And now I'm just cutting this out, hoping that it came out the right way. But the letter K was probably just as difficult, because again, I can't do letters backwards. It's just impossible for me. But I knew that I did the N, so I could do the K. It would be okay. Dude, just stop with the letter puns already. Okay, sorry. And now I'm on the letter F. Now, F is a very awkward letter, not just because of some of the things it may stand for, but just in 3D-ish or block letters, whatever you want to call it, it just looks really awkward. I guess you could say that made this F specially difficult. Now, I don't need to be telling you guys how to spell the word thankful. I bet you know the next letter. But it was really nice to get a break from having to do letters backwards. I will tell you, that brought me a lot of relief. And now on to the last letter, which had to be done backwards, but it wasn't that bad. I've been using the other letters to use as size references for the new ones I made, if that makes sense, so that's why I keep putting them next to each other. And even still, it didn't do a whole lot of good, but here are the letters all finished. And this shouldn't surprise anybody by now. I am hot gluing them to yarn that looked like twine. I got yarn because it was cheaper. I had no idea that twine was like $15 a roll. But I flipped all of the letters backwards, or flipped them over so they were backwards, because I didn't want the banner to end up looking ridiculous. That would be very embarrassing. Also, in this part of the process, I managed to burn myself on the glue gun and glue my finger to the letters. So after I flipped the banner over to see how it looked, I realized that the letters were in the wrong order, so I had to actually rearrange them. I feel like I knew that would happen, but I did it anyway, but I just don't know. I'm beyond help, guys. So here I am wasting more time, more hot glue, and more yarn because I am a careless derp. But after I flipped it over and saw that it was right this time, I was, again, very relieved. So I wanted fake leaves to glue onto the yarn, but again, I couldn't find them, so I just took out some felt shapes, but then I remembered that I bought these felt pumpkins. So I went ahead and glued those on there. And then I was going to trace this craft foam leaf onto felt and cut that out, but then I realized I didn't really like it. And I thought, you know what's really overlooked during the fall? Acorns. There are plenty of leaves. There aren't enough acorns. Acorns don't get love. So I tried to draw an acorn stencil, or whatever, an acorn cutout, using a darker brown for the body of it and a lighter brown for the cap. And looking back, I'm kind of glad that I did acorns because, again, you don't really see a lot of them, but they are a big part of fall. Hashtag acorns deserve love too. So yeah, I'm just finishing those up, putting on the tops, and then tying some extra yarn to hang the acorns from, and gluing the acorns onto the yarn, which you can't see because it's off camera, because I suck! So because it's something I made, I had very low standards for what this would look like, but considering my low standards, it didn't come out all that bad. The letters aren't perfect, the acorns are kind of tacky, but overall, it's okay. And that does it for this video. I'm sorry that it was late again, but at least I had a more understandable reason, I guess. Yeah, again, I was, really, not really, but somewhat impressed with the outcome. And I didn't loathe making this, honestly. It wasn't as painful as the sugar skull pillow. And I honestly felt kind of like nostalgic making this, because it's something that I would have made back in 3rd grade. So it was nice to revisit my childlike creativity. It almost made me think of something you'd see in the art section of a highlights magazine. Did anyone else get those? Those were like the highlight. Ha! More puns. That one was unintentional. Anyway, of my childhood. That's about it. I will try and be back on time. Make sure I have all the supplies I need ahead of time. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking by. See you next time. Later!